All right, so it looks like it's just us, so we'll just start off just a simple introduction. Just kind of introduce yourselves to like what league you're in, what's your role in the league. My name is Scotty. I played Madden franchises for as long as I can remember. Been one league I've been in for probably 4 or 5 years. Other leagues, 2 or 3 years here and there. Just sometimes I kind of let Madden get the best of me as far as their functionality and how good the game actually is. Um, and as far as, I had a sniper to come in. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. We are just getting started. We're just kind of introducing ourselves, so we'll go down. Um, are you hanging out the window, man?
Yeah, so he looks like he's driving.
So, but anyways, so basically that's just, I'll be kind of doing the media and stuff for everyone. I have the Jets. My tag is Chupa Space Cobra. I'll let whoever else wants to go next go next. So.
Fuck it, I'll go. Mike Gergosian, co-commissioned the league. I'm in 2 other leagues as well, but this is the only one I'm actually a commish of.
Pretty good time.
Young Space Goosey.
Yeah, well, I'm Joe. I'm head commissioner of the league. I'm in a couple of leagues too. We started this league last year, like halfway through the season, and we only got 3 seasons in. I'm pretty excited to start at the beginning, to be honest. I think we got a good core of guys in here.
Yeah, we started like mid to late cycle.
A lot of the guys that are in our league is from other leagues too.
From OFG. We got a lot of FG guys.
We only actually got like 2 or 3 new people I don't really know.
That's that. It's you, Josh. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Just introduce yourself. What team you got? How long you played Mutt? What color underwear you got on?
I don't think anybody needs to know that one.
They might. You don't know.
But name's Josh. Gamer tag's MTM76. I'll be running the Cowboys this year. I jumped in last year in the league. All pretty cool guys to hang out with. Pretty cool cats in general. Best thing you can do is just have fun.
Yeah, and basically I'll try to do a podcast maybe once a week. I think Sundays is kind of a good day for it, like Sunday late in the evening. Maybe try to do it before the Sunday night game kicks off. Maybe
Yeah.
It'll be a lot quicker
maybe like
after this, because I'm
7 o'clock thing maybe.
Discuss the kind of the rules and the expectancy of the league. What my version of sim is. Who's that sexy man behind you?
Yeah.
You got to sneak in.
I also got Lou here with me.
What's up, Lou?
Hello.
As far as the league start date, I believe we are Monday. Is there a time on that?
Tomorrow. Yeah, Monday.
Well, I was even gonna say people. I don't know how many people are actually still in the league, but maybe even start up tonight if people want to start playing games.
Yeah, if they wanted to, they really could start playing.
I mean, because what's the difference between tonight and tomorrow? Yeah, I posted the schedule. We'll do 9 p.m. on Tuesday. We'll do preseason 2, and then 9 p.m. every day leading up to Friday will be regular season 1. 9 p.m.
All right.
Yeah. And like I said, me and a few people have kind of gone through a few different leagues. We've kind of gone through the sliders, the general, all Madden, 10 minutes, kind of try to look through your rules.
So are we doing all Madden then?
Competitive.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I want to get you guys. I had my Xbox. I had to restart everything. I don't have my Xbox pulled up. And I was just going to kind of read through all the rules, or just the general settings. I know some leagues wanted you to play with certain, like CPU, like heat seeker off, or you guys have any of the rules like that?
Yeah, I was actually going to post this thing earlier.
You're literally not allowed using any visual helpers on defense. Like, no visual helpers. All of them have to be turned off. We have screenshots in like the announcements of all that stuff.
I removed that one. I removed that screenshot, Joe.
What's the other one? The ball hawk, heat seeker.
Ball hawk, heat seeker, defensive switch assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Defensive switch assist. That's the
Basically, just keep
all
all
that
that
should
shit
always
off.
be turned off.
Yeah.
But honestly,
And
there's no way to the only way to figure that out is that you think someone's using it, then you got to try to catch them in the act, and it's hard to do.
We'll do random settings checks throughout the year.
Absolutely.
From time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, I know that it's almost impossible to make people stream a game, but it's so easy to. The quality have to be streamed, but it's not a horrible idea to have at least one person stream a game.
Yeah, every one of our games gets streamed.
Yeah, away team is responsible for streaming each game.
Typically, away team.
Like, there's connection issues and stuff
but
like that.
I also, there's been times where I've had to work it out with an opponent where I couldn't stream and I asked if they could, and then I'd send the invite.
Yeah, that's cool too. I mean, usually somebody can stream. Occasionally, sometimes I know there were games that were so laggy, you cut the stream just because you wanted to play without dropping. But
I've been there. I've had to cut the stream last year because it was just laggy a lot every so often.
Yeah, they had some good moments last year with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like this Madden way better than last year, to be honest.
Agreed.
Yeah, I didn't even play
the
last
funny
year's.
Thing is,
because
the funny thing is, I'm the defending Super Bowl champion. I'm 20 times better this year. Just saying.
Yeah.
We'll see. See
ya, buddy. Take it easy, bud.
Sliders. Have you guys looked at changing any of those? And we kind of got in which there's certain superstar abilities that kind of offset that, but some of the sliders we looked at adjusting were the upping the running, the line, what would it be, the user line blocking. We didn't up it by much, but it was like 4 or 5 points. Because when we went through a season, we've noticed the running backs, like the top end running backs, were averaging 3.8 a carry. They didn't do the offensive line no favors this year. I don't know if you've looked at their ratings across the board.
Yeah, you got some low-rated guys starting.
So, and that may be part of it, and which is fair, but
I think that is part of it because there's the difference between the high-rated guys and the low-rated guys. I kind of, to be honest,
I do like the rating spread. It really does make the mid to high 90s players stand out. Like Luke Kuechly is a animal all over the field all game long.
I played with the Panthers the other day, and I beat a guy 56-0 on running.
Yeah. But I do like that. I like how the rating spread works this year. And it makes getting, maybe a 70 or 74 overall player as a starter, that's actually an accomplishment as to where that's your backup in last year's Madden or any Madden before this, really.
Yeah, I don't know whose mic that is, but you're picking up a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
It's probably me with my phone. I'm watching SummerSlam as well.
Any sliders you guys have thought about, adjusting or change? We can always check back in week 3 or 4, or
I was going to say even
if across the board that running backs are averaging 5.8 yards a carry, that's not realistic. For me personally, a good league, a league that stays around for a long time, is a sim league, right? Like you can get into cheese balls, quarterback rolling out to breaking down the defense, gap blitz the entire game, nano blitzing. It's just it won't last, right? Like because there's just
If that don't slide in that league, you'll see.
Yeah. So.
I will say one thing: they're good about it, taking care of that stuff.
We did when we first started with people being cheesy, but we weeded all them out, and all the people in here. I don't think we have to worry about anybody.
Yeah, I can't speak for the newest guys, but
legit, so we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of OFG guys in here, and they know how to play sim. We pride ourselves on playing sim.
Yeah.
All right. So you said how are the advance is going to work? Is it strictly 48 hours, or are you going to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? Or you're going for 3 a week? Or I know sometimes the weekend can get a little scheduled.
Yeah, people doing family stuff. Yeah. I like the 48 to 72. 48 would be great, but that usually doesn't happen. So 72.
I'd like to try to get them done by 48. But advanced 72 no matter what. How about that?
What would you guys think about having set days where you put it like 48, then on the weekend have like the 72-hour window?
That's actually not too bad of an idea. Like a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Then you. I don't know. We might work something out here. I mean, well, everybody's leaving. I mean, definitely want to. I say get through a few weeks and see if we need to make any tweaks to anything.
Yeah, kind of having that set schedule. I mean, I think, you say at Monday at this time we're expected to advance, or whatever day, if you pick Tuesday, Thursday, then, Sunday,
Yeah.
we advance, or whatever the case may be. But obviously that's up for you guys to decide. But it does help having that structure of whatever your date is going forward with that. But
Oh, agreed. And what we do too is we put up a schedule whenever we advance, and we'll put the schedule of all the matchups, and then I'd say at the bottom of that post say next advance is in on whatever day, Wednesday at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever. On that post, so everybody knows going into that week when the next advance is already. I mean, there are exceptions sometimes where we need to hold for a game, maybe a big division game with playoff contentions, hold advance if need be, but we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Sorry, just adjusting here for a second. All right, so as far as the free agency, I know you posted the list of who you're going to let you have that. Let's see if I can pull it up here just so I'm not speaking out of turn. I really didn't know that the Jets wasn't one of the worst 4 or 5 teams. That's literally why I picked them. That's kind of a rebuild project.
For sure. For sure. We've got some talent, though. Darnold, Le'Veon, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, they're a really good young team. So it's Chad Yates. You don't happen to remember what teams these are?
Chad is the Redskins. I know I should have put that on there. I thought about it after the fact. Chad is the Redskins.
And then Scholes is, you said he's
Houston.
So he's already picked, or he said he's barbecuing.
And he said he'd pick when he got home.
Yeah. So then it's Shawley, which is.
He's in the NFC West.
Okay, and then we'll go with Mr. Harris.
I'd have to look at the team list.
Okay, and then anyways, then after that, how does it work? You said those people are going to pick. Then
yeah, and I left 8 and 9 open because those were the Giants and Bills are open teams, but they're 2 of the lowest rated teams on the games, and if we can get them filled, like I'm trying to fill them. I've talked to a couple of people. I've only heard back from one so far. It said no, but I'm trying to fill them. If they get filled by the time that 8th pick happens, I'll let them pick 2. If not, we just skip them and it'll open up for everybody. Just a free-for-all. Everybody gets 1 free agent pickup until we advance to preseason week 2. Then it's wide open. Anybody can pick up anyone, however many people they need.
And another thing, a lot of the other leagues, we have a no trade list, right? Like, so you kind of keep that authentic, roster. Like, you don't, getting rid of Tom Brady from the Patriots. It's a small list, but some of the leagues I'm in do have that.
We have the rule. It's players 95 and higher can't be traded.
Okay.
Also, players. I'm trying to remember if you sign a player for more than 4 years or for 4 years, I think you can't trade them. It's either 4 years or more. I'd have to relook at the rules. It's been a while since I reread them.
Okay. So in short, everybody go check out the rule on that.
Yeah.
As far as your no trade, don't get into, just completely overhauling your roster. I mean, that's kind of the fun of it, is building your team up. But like, it's still, there's still a, you want to keep that authentic to your roster, right? Like, you couldn't imagine a scenario where Tom Brady's not on the Patriots or something along those lines. But
yeah, and that's why we also have in the first season. There's Joe. Hey, did we change that 1 in-season trade to 2 for the first season, or do we want to just keep it 1?
I don't know. What do you think?
It says 1. I feel like we did 2 last year, but I don't know. I say just keep it 1 for the first year, 1 in-season trade.
I would like to leave it 1 for season 1, just so none of the new guys get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like a couple of them already are trying to.
Yeah, and then once you get to once you hit the off season, everyone gets 2 trades in the off season, and then 2 trades in the regular season, every season and off season forward. We're planning to do 5 seasons, but we'll see what happens. But that's the goal, is 5 seasons.
Okay. What did I say? Trade list cap space. Have you guys? Cap space really is rough this year. I don't know if you guys have went through, like, players really want their money. You can't. There's none of that backloading your teams where you have, your top tier. You have 10 top tier players, then you put a bunch of 52s on it where you can get under the cap. Like, you will absolutely destroy your team's cap space if you don't take it serious and understand that, you just going to butcher.
For the most part, like most of the people in here are pretty, like, they're on a bunch of other leagues, so they know, like, there's only a couple of people that I really think we should worry about. That is the newer guys, but I think we'll be good with salary cap.
Okay. So trade. I think I'd asked this question, but what do you guys use, a trade committee, or do you use?
We have a committee. Me, Joe, and Mark.
Okay.
Trade committee, and at least with
popular vote, or is it all 3 of you have to approve or disapprove?
Majority.
I mean, usually we all agree anyway. We're friends in real life.
Yeah. Like, and we're not all about letting shady trade slide or anybody get traded.
We ain't gonna let someone trade like earlier. I seen someone that said something about Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins for Hollywood and Lamar. That would never happen. No 99. Any players over 95 are not tradable.
Yeah, untradeable.
And no first-year rookies that were.
Oh yeah, you can't trade a rookie until after one full season.
Yes.
Okay. And for me, the next one's just kind of the rules. There's no. I mean, we can sit here and read through the rules, for an hour and a half and still not really cover them all. But to me, it's just, try to do what you would see on a Sunday, right? Like, don't get in. If you come to a game and you have 14 plays that you're going to run 60 times, that's not sim. If you're using a defensive lineman into 8 sacks every game that you play, that's not sim. If you're abusing the lack of intelligence of the AI, that's not sim. If you're
money shot plays,
if you're bootlegging, nano blitzing, running 12 screens a game, like, it's just, just try to be realistic. That's my opinion. This is y'all's league, so if you say, this is...
No, I agree.
That's how it is. That's why one of the reasons we started this league is because of that. We want it to be thin as possible. Like, we don't put up with people that cheese, trust me.
Yeah, so, and that's...
I'm a sore loser, and whenever I lose to someone that cheats, I get even more mad. You'll hear. You'll see. I'm a sore loser.
You're making me dizzy.
I can't stand still, bro.
Running laps out there. Getting in shape, game shape.
Yeah, but no, really, the biggest thing is just switch up your play calling. Like, there's so many different
Don't run the same play.
Don't run the same play. This year, Speed Cheese is back, running to the outside. It's definitely...
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Definitely back. Like, you can run outside runs, no problem, but don't run 20 outside zones or tosses or sweeps a game. And don't break every inside run outside immediately. Like, sometimes you got to do it. Like, there's nowhere to go except outside. I get it, but just try to be realistic. Switch up your play calling on both sides of the ball too. Defensively, don't run cover 3 75% of the time. Like, switch it up.
If you want to run cover 3 75% of the time versus me, that's your fault.
Cover 3 can get torched this year. It's not OP like it was last year.
And
passing's way easier this year.
Do you guys offer any type of, like, feedback? I guess some people will have to be kind of coached into, you run 4 different, the exact same screen 3 or 4 different times. You've done it 5 games in a row. Do you guys offer, like, feedback as far as people?
Like, if we think someone's, like, doing something too much, we'll usually give them a warning, and if they don't listen to us, we'll either suspend the player or something along them lines, make them bench a player for a game. And then if they just don't listen to us, then we remove them.
Yeah. We're cracking down on cheese this year big time. And just people, like, inactivity. Like, if you're not active or if you're cheese, and, like, you won't be in this league that long.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got a lot of good guys in here. We had a good core from last year. We got some more OFG guys in here this year. It's gonna I don't think it's really going to be much
Yeah,
of a problem.
I'm happy because I'm not saying last year there was no competition, because there was some good players, but it seemed like the same 8 players were always the ones in the playoffs. Now it's going to be different because there's a lot more good players. So I think
Yeah, and the teams, especially in these early seasons, the teams are all seem to be a lot more closely rated. Nobody's teams are run out there. Like, I noticed the ratings are different in the franchise as opposed to playing head to head.
So far, my experience playing, I've been playing a lot of head-to-head, just picking random teams every time, and I picked the Panthers, and so far they're the most OP team I played with.
Well, I'm glad I got them then.
Yeah, they're sick.
And you're a Panthers fan, aren't you?
I am. I live in North Carolina. So.
Okay. See, that's what's up. Yeah, I was just asking on your pick. You had a Panthers jersey on.
Yep. Let's see what else. So,
Jeff.
if you do get feedback, I would say don't take it personal. Like, if it was that egregious and they were going to kick you out of the league, you'd be kicked out. So,
That's
don't take it personal. Like,
and we have a rules committee too. It's like people to watch games. Like, if someone does suspect cheese and they say something, like we have people like us or a couple like Lou or Josh can watch games and go back. That's why we want every game streamed. So that way, if someone is cheesing, like, we got to have proof before we can do anything, take any action.
All right, now to the fun stuff. I wish we would have had the 5 or 6 people to show up that checked they were going to show up. But you guys, any predictions outside of you can't pick yourself? I know we had the little chirping about previous Super Bowl champions already, and have you guys gone through it, looked through the rosters? I know some teams. And I meant to discuss this earlier, and I know we kind of had a brief discussion. Some of the superstar modes, and you'll see what in week 3 or 4 we'll revisit this discussion. But some of the superstar modes are nuts, and it's like 1 or 2 of them, like the whatever Myles Garrett is and whatever Le'Veon Bell's is. Is it the 10-yard run or one's free or something?
First one free.
Yeah, it's
the high chance to break the
strong, and all he has to do is get a 10-yard gain. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts. And
but whenever you play on competitive on Madden, it makes it a little more that you have to do. Like on the sacks, Myles Garrett goes from 1 sack to 3 sacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Maybe we can just tweak that a little bit, make it I don't know if we can. I haven't really.
It's all or nothing.
I think you can change their superstar trait. So if you say 1 or 2 of them is just nuts, like you can go in through. I think as the commish, you can go through and change traits. But
that's cool. I didn't know that.
I would like to say give it a week or 2. But if I'm out there averaging 9, I would cut him from my roster. Like I'm that. In this type of stuff, like if we were Mutt, you bet your ass I'm cheesing him all fucking day. But in this, I don't want to play with a running back that's going to get 9 yards a carry every time he touches. It's not college. It's not Mutt. It's you need to be in that threshold 4, 5 top end average yards per carry. I know you're going to get into that one-off game here or there, but your numbers should kind of try to line up with the NFL. It's
throughout the season, if there's changes that we think we should do, then there's no problem making some switch changes. Say halfway through the season, if the Melvin Gordon and Le'Veon Bell and everyone has that first one free trait has 1,500 yards already, then you know what I mean? Maybe we'll get rid of it, but we'll see. I don't really want to get rid of none of the superstar traits right off the bat.
Yeah.
Do anything drastic like that. I want to see how.
Because they might patch some stuff too along the way. By the time we finish the first season, there could be a couple patches, but you never know with EA how fucking long it takes them to do everything.
All right. Yeah. So you guys got to give me predictions here. Who's going to win the AFC, the NFC, MVP, and Rookies of the Year?
Who got team? You got a team list up?
I've been trying to pull my Madden up here. I had to restart everything. So
I know Wingle. Wingle's going to be tough.
Yeah, Paul Steven.
Who is he?
NFC West.
Yeah, they're all NFC.
I know that's a tough division.
Yeah, Doug, Joe Shawley, Mark, and Steven or Paul.
I know Doug is
he's one of
Chad's Redskins.
Former champion in this league. He's always a top contender. Really good on defense all the time.
All right,
Found that.
you guys going to come off
I gotta look at the
one.
list.
I need one. Like, couldn't pull it up. You gave me about 12.
Good, Goose. You first.
Well, I'd say I pick Paul to win the NFC, and just because he's proven time and again, I've seen him win Super Bowls, so
Where's Chad at?
it's hard to bet against him. Chad's in the NFC East. He's Redskins. I think you could see those two possibly in the NFC Championship matchup, but I'll take Paul for the NFC.
Honestly, I'm going to take Chad first because Chad's always. It seems like it takes Wingle a couple of seasons to really get his bearings going. Usually, Chad's always good right from the gate.
Oh, I'm giving him that locker room talk already.
If it's not me, obviously, I'm going to pick Chad season 1.
Let's see.
All right. So AFC, it's gonna be interesting in the AFC because you got the Chiefs. Al has the Chiefs. I have yet to see Al play any league.
Al's new to the Madden league stuff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he transitions. Yeah, but the Chiefs,
So
it's hard.
Al's old school.
They're so good.
Salzburg baller, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna do his thing, I think.
I don't know if I had to pick anybody. I think I might go with.
So I was trying to. King Robbie 13 is the Dolphins. Burrow 32 is the Chiefs. Killer Rasta.
That's Neil.
Neil's the Patriots. Yeah.
So I was trying to see. Jugason, send it. Yeah, that guy.
Just gonna send it.
That's
Willet.
Yeah.
He's the Steelers. Who else is in the AFC? DR Lunatic.
You hear how he said that? I like that. He said it the right way.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Luna. He's Titans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right now and tell you my AFC pick is Christian Morales.
Christian. Yeah. Who's he got? No, Roddy Bush got the Ravens.
David.
Oh no, he got the Ravens in the other
David.
league.
So.
I'll go with Willett and the Steelers. I want to see the Steelers make it.
Damn, dude, I wish I could look at the team list. I don't even know who's in the AFC.
So let me show it off as the Texans. I'm the Jets. David is the Ravens. Mr. Murder is the Jaguars. And I think very high guy is the Broncos. That's the only ones that's showing.
Wayne's tough. He's going to do good with the Broncos.
Yeah, I think Ramon will do good with the Jags, too, because he likes to run. They're a run-heavy team.
Yeah, they got a good defense, too. So.
Who has brown, blue?
I'm going to go with Ramon, actually. I'm changing my pick. I'll go with Ramon for
Who's
the AFC.
Ramon have?
Jags. And he got Foles now. It's better than Blakey Borport.
I don't know about that one. Damn, I wish I could look at the team list.
No, Foles isn't a good Madden quarterback. For how well he's played and when he's played, he's been a shit Madden quarterback.
Where's Christian? What team's Christian Morales have? I think he's in the
Moster.
What?
That's his gamer tag, Moster 94, I think.
I don't think he's in the league yet.
I think he is. Or maybe not. No. Yeah, no, he is. I made a post earlier and I didn't tag him in it, so he's already in.
Who was it? What was the name?
Oh, he's the Eagles.
Moster 94.
He's the
Eagles. Yeah, he's NFC.
Yeah.
Christian's pretty good. We'll see, though. Everybody, I think it's going to be...
I'm going to go Willett.
Willett? You taking Willett? All right.
All right, you got to give me
Steelers.
One. You both going to Steelers?
He's going Steelers. I'm going Jags.
Jags, okay.
I'm running more than the Jags.
All right, so what do we got? MVPs, AFC and NFC MVPs.
I can see Mahomes easily.
Have you played it? I've played it like 4 or 5 games, and their line is fucking horrible.
Are we doing offensive and defensive MVPs, or
just
MVP?
Yeah, we'll do MVPs. Yeah, we do a defensive too. We're exactly going a little bit quicker than I thought, but their line is so bad. It is. I mean, it's like 52s. Like they have like 58. Let's pull it up here. I can look at it.
I have Chiefs.
It's the worst
line.
I
haven't played them yet.
Like it is. I got him.
I was wondering how their team was so low rated compared to what I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Roster. Let me pull them up here. You might could adjust like a left guard. we'll actually talk about position changes too. That's one thing I forgot. But let's see here.
One thing I want to say real quick for
Yep.
everybody that does watch this is by season, the first week of week 1, you're acquired to have a full 53-man roster. So, I've seen a couple people release a couple of their players already. I just wanted to put that out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still preseason, but yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta keep it. You gotta keep it 53. I know in the rules it said or close to. I mean,
Yeah, like
51,
like I don't
no
want
lower
to,
than 50.
45 players.
No lower than
shit
50.
like that. Yeah.
Definitely don't want to be that guy with 45 players and you got all your money poured into a handful of guys.
Yeah.
Definitely be smart with your money.
I don't want to throw no one out.
And Daddy Leagues will be up and running.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get it up
this coming week. Before we start week 1 for regular season, it'll be up and running.
So I was looking through their lineup. What is it? A 58 center is their top center. 67 left guard. 74 left tackle. 78.
Yeah, if I was Al, after the 10 people picked their free agents, I'd be snatching every good lineman I could.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
I mean, they're. Of course, they have all the weapons, but they're. It's just. I mean, their offensive line's horrible. I mean, even with Mahomes, unless you're just bootlegging every time, which is
not ideal. We don't really want that. Well, I'll say it's either going to be for any MVP, AFC or NFC. It's going to be either a quarterback or a defensive end, most likely defensive lineman. Just the way this game plays, it's either you're tearing them up or you're getting lit up in the backfield every play.
Chill, buddy. Chill.
At least until they patch some stuff. I feel like it's pass rush. It's either you're all or nothing, and same thing with out there throwing the ball. Either you're torching somebody or you're getting sacked every other play.
I'm gonna say that the AFC MVP is going to be Lamar Jackson.
Could very well be.
Rowdy Bush got him. It's gonna be Lamar Jackson or Hollywood. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, we will see. NFC, I'm gonna say either.
I'm going to say Jackson for the AFC and...
The NFC, I don't know. I'd probably go with maybe Khalil Mack. You can see him having
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson and Carson Wentz.
Ooh. Forget about Wentz. I'm going to stick with Mack, though. I like Khalil Mack. I think he's... He's a sack machine on Madden. I know that much.
He had me like the last season last year. He had me like 36, and
yeah, that's crazy.
He had me like 34 or something.
Yeah, if you had a real good, it was easy to use your sacks. If you had one real good on the pass rush.
Rookie of the year. Who do you guys think? AFC and NFC.
I'm going Kyler Murray. NFC. That's who Joe is. Joe's the Cardinals. I'll take Kyler Murray. And AFC, Devin Bush.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kyler Murray and Hollywood.
All right. All right. Well, do you guys got anything else? We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you guys, just in general, just anything about the league, anything you guys want to stress.
I mean, really, we're here to have fun, guys. Like, there's no need to. I know sometimes shit gets heated and people get crazy and get a little personal sometimes. You know, we don't need any of that shit. We're just here to have fun. Everybody, just try to play as sim as possible. Just, punt it on 4th down if you're not across the 50. Switch up the play calling.
And one thing that I learned my lesson being in Madden for a year is, like, after you lose, you might think someone cheats on you or something like that. Take a little time before you go on Facebook and, like, start blasting them or stuff like that. Just relax a little bit, collect your nerves. Because I've jumped to the gun a couple of times before.
Yeah, I've done it before, too.
But I learned my lesson, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I get heated when I play Madden.
A lot of people are sore losers, you know what I mean? Just take your time, take your loss, and just calm down a little bit. If you still think that you got cheated, then instead of going on the page and blasting someone, message one of the commissioners, and we have a committee that is made up just to watch games to see if people cheated. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. Just remember, only once we do open up free agency for everyone, you get one pickup until preseason week 2, and after that, you're good to go. pick up whoever you want.
As soon as one of us advanced to preseason week 2, you can sign as many free agents as you like.
Yeah, and that will be 9 o'clock on Tuesday.
We'll give you exact
9 p.m.
time.
Tuesday. Well, it's already set. I already got the schedule made.
I'm not going to give you an exact time
so people can't sit there and snipe.
I'm going to give you a roundabout time.
Well, I'm going to sit there and watch it all, so I'm just going to get pulled up all day long when I get the little pop-up. I'm just going to go ham because I got about 30 million. But like I say, like you guys, and one thing I don't remember who said about the 50. Is 53-man roster set? Because like I feel like you could get into exploiting that. Like if it's not setting stone, you have to have or you don't have to have, right?
You have to have at least 50 players. I'd like for you to have 50.
Yeah, minimum of 50. Yeah, we want everyone to have 53, but at worst case, no less than 50. Okay. If you do, we will, we'll
I know
we'll do
some
something.
of the NFL GMs are stupid anyway and already messed up some contracts. I know some teams have no money.
One thing I was thinking of, I know Madden doesn't always get it right with the trades. So, like, when the offseason people are traded and picks are, given back to the other team, I know, like, last year we had to go through.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And figure out, exactly who needed what picks. I know the Bears had to trade. We had to go in-game, have the Bears trade
I'll
picks.
message Ashmore or something tonight. And
he'll know.
He'll know.
He always knows that shit.
Okay. And what about like any roster, like major roster moves before the season starts? Say tonight that Baker
you can make a trade.
Got traded, or what the roster is right now is what it's going to be, regardless of what happens. In the real world scenario, is that what you guys are?
I mean, anybody can trade at this point, forward. You can make a trade. I don't want to see any big blockbusters yet, but I mean, I can't say. As long as it's a fair trade.
So the rosters are the rosters now.
Okay.
If say in a week or two someone makes a trade, that sucks. That sucks for whoever has that team that they get a good player. It sucks. But it is what it is. We're starting now just so we could try to get as many seasons in as possible.
Yeah.
All
right. I'm gonna be bummed out if the Saints trade fucking someone for a good linebacker.
Oh yeah, no, I got because last year I had the Patriots and I didn't get Josh Gordon or any of that.
I didn't get we started early and Philip Lindsay was the scrub whenever I had the Broncos, remember? And Philip
he ended up being a beast, yeah.
69. He ended up being a beast just because I'm a beast.
Yeah.
But he was like an 83 overall after the week 1 after they upgraded him throughout the season.
Yeah.
Let's make sure nothing we missed here. The people I'll post it in there, like the actual VOD and stuff. May go through and edit it just a little bit, just because I never use Facebook or really mixture all that much. But I'll post it on there, and we need to come up with a keyword. And that way people have to message you the keyword to, show that they watched the video. And then that way they can't get caught off guard by the rules or whatever we may or may not discuss. But
nobody has any excuse to not follow the rules. They're in the announcements tab on the group page. So
and content's what'll keep your league going. Content and simple play. So just people doing nerdy shit like this, and just
I've seen in some leagues they actually have when they do, because we'll do play game of the week and stuff like that. And do write-ups about play of the week and stuff like that. I'm not too good at graphics and stuff like that. But I could write up a article, you know what I mean? But I see people.
We encourage people to write their own stuff up for maybe pre-game or post-game or
exactly.
Just write your own articles if you want.
And maybe you know what I mean. That'd be awesome. But I actually seen one league. I seen they do this. It was on that Where's Madden at thing where we find players at. But I've seen for game of the week they actually have they get someone to do a different player in the league each week that volunteers to do play-by-play announcer.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
We've actually done that in Winter League, but you have to, basically I have to source it in, kind of like what I'm doing now, do someone else's broadcast and get 2 or 3 people, because it really is, it's a lot to go through, play by play, players or positions you don't know, you're trying to pull up their roster and, announce 3 games and stuff like that. But I mean, I like I said, always want other people to show up in the league, have opinions. It may not fly like the superstar thing. That's my opinion. I'll continue to harp on it if it's an issue. If I go down the year and see that it's going to be an issue, so people need to kind of show up to the podcast,
Yeah,
Yeah.
having
I want
opinions.
suggestions. You know what I mean? I want to hear people's suggestions to make the league better.
So, well, all right, guys. Do you guys got anything else? We'll go ahead and get out of here. Went about 45 minutes. I was thinking take about an hour, but we got a few more minutes to discuss anything. How's your love life? Stuff like that.
I'm trying to think. You were talking about a keyword. Let me say a keyword for this would be frostbite, because fuck AB.
Yeah. You guys still
What's
mad
that
over
all
it?
about? What is that all about?
He was in the cryotherapy thing, and he didn't wear the right kind of shoes and burned the bottom of his fucking feet off.
Okay, that's right. I remember. I heard something about them.
And then he was crying about his helmet. I mean, I'm so glad he's
I
not
know,
a
I've
Steeler
heard about
anymore.
them.
I can't. He just was getting out of hand, and
Remember,
people think
everybody
it's
knows
crazy
he was
now.
like, everybody knows he was like, Yins are going to regret him leaving. And now all of them are like, oh, I bet Yins are happy.
Yeah, I don't see him going off with Derek Carr like he does with Ben.
Yeah. I don't see him doing anything.
But
All right,
yeah, I
fellas.
mean, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got, too.
All right, guys. I'll go ahead and hit the end button here. I think I will actually still be in the voice chat. All right. What was the keyword?
Yeah, we'll do this again in a couple of
Frostbite?
weeks. Frostbite's the keyword. We'll do this again after a couple advances. We'll hop back on, talk about some stuff.
All right, guys. I'm going to throw it off here and in the chat. And I'll
All right, man.